Hi guys, this is Lena
This is Stuart.
at 3 Year Studios, and we are continuing with our Cyber Week. Might help to have this next to us.
It's still picking us up. It's a very good mic.
Okay, well I guess it could go here then on the table.
Yes, and then when you sit down, we'll put it on next to you because usually...
Hi Erin, thanks for watching. We are doing our day 2 of our Cyber Week live streams, virtual live streams here at 3 Year Studios. Stuart is going to do some announcements first while I go and share this live stream to a couple of places. So I'll be back.
You're
And
leaving
you can take
me?
it away. Yes.
Oh no!
I hope everyone's doing okay.
I hope so too. Yes, so thank you for coming and tuning in on this Giving Tuesday, since we must name all the days. And so, like she said, we're starting off with some announcements. Starting off, the mill is doing bingo, where if you go and shop at certain stores, you get to fill out a bingo card. If you get bingo, then you get your name in a drawing for a Kate Spade handbag. Man, I feel so out of it that I don't know who Kate Spade is. But yeah, you get a Kate Spade handbag. The bridge lighting is going to be happening this year once again. This is why I'm panicking that she's not here and she's off doing other technical stuff that makes it so more people can enjoy this. Because I'm sitting here, it's like, when's the bridge lighting? When's the bridge lighting? Oh yeah, the bingo is going to be running throughout the holiday season. The winner will be announced on the 23rd. Santa is coming to the mill. They made a nice socially distanced Santa meeting area. Hi, Sean. Welcome, welcome in. They have a nice socially distanced Santa meeting area where people can come and meet, where kids can meet Santa, get their picture taken, and give him all the Christmas wishes. And that he's going to be there December 5th, 12th, and 19th from 12 to 4. And like I said, the bridge lighting is coming. You know, I'm not seeing a day for the bridge lighting. I think it's the 4th. I'm not sure. Oh, Saturday, December 5th. Yeah, so the bridge lighting's at the 5th. So right as we end this series of live streams at 3 o'clock, we will be having a bridge lighting on December 5th. Where you could come and see the bridge. They're going to keep the street open to try to prevent large crowds from forming, because people will constantly have to dodge cars in order to get a good view of the bridge. But that usually has a good crowd every year. Yeah, watching the bridge lighting and dodging cars, it's awesome. So those are some of the fun things that is happening in the mill. Right now, we're kind of chatting while we gather people to watch this live show. And what we are going to be doing today is showing you our charity event that it's been since early November. We've had this pay what you want table The way it works is you make a donation to our Extra Life campaign, raising funds for John Hopkins Children's Hospital, and you get one of these fabulous games. So it turns into a pay what you want, but you know, the money is a portion of the money is going to help the Children's Hospital. As that's what we're doing with that. So today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be we're gonna be going through some of these wonderful games and talking about them and showing them to you for about an hour or so, because we want you to be excited about them and come in here and donate money to pick some of them up, because we got some. There, I tell you, there are some gems in here. There is some discount fine gems that people have here. I'm just seeing what the phone, what the display actually tells me about this. So yeah, we got Bingo at the Mill. We have bridge lighting on Saturday, so you can see the truly one-of-a-kind bridge. This is the Bowman Bridge is the last of its kind. There aren't any other bridges like that out there anymore. But they covered it in Christmas lights to light it up for the season. Which they do every year. It's really good. And we have the Santa Claus coming to the mill in a way where we can have our traditions and socially distance too. So some of the fantastic things that we got here, and most of them I could probably say a few things about. We know we have some of the other categories that we want to be able to talk about in these live streams, because like Lena says, we're going to be doing these live streams every day through Friday. So this is second of 5. We also want to do one all about mini and RPG accessories for those role players and miniature gamers out there. We wanted to do a collection from the arts and crafts that we have here, not just the 20 under 20, but some of the other amazing work we have here as well. And then we wanted to do another board games day. There still might be some shuffling around, and we will try to figure out what is going to be happening at the end of tomorrow, by the end of today. So those tuning in at the end will be able to do it. We'll be able to see it. As always, all month, we do have the spend $50 online and get $20 and get 20% off, and that's using the code Cyber20. It is Cyber20, right? Yes, it is Cyber20. So that's something coming up. And we have and we started up a vintage section, so people can come here and get some old games that is worth a pretty penny. But hey, we have some good old games here from. We got a copy of Hero Quest, granted missing its board, but hey, everything else is unpunched and still on its brew. Heavens knows why they took away the board. We got a copy of Dragon's Pass, we have some Weapons and Warrior sets there, which is fantastic. Which is one of those games where you take marbles and fling it at each other's castle, begging for eyes to be gouged out by flying marbles. As well as we're continuing trying to bring in some of the good and classic, modern classic board games, and the most adorable board games you've ever seen. Not to mention, we got chicken nuggies. Baby Yoda, man, they just watch The Mandalorian. They just said what his name actually is. They revealed it. What a revealer. And that's not even the part that everyone's talking about with that episode. So some fantastic things. So let's get started. Let's stop with the rambling and get started with actually showing off some of the games that we got here. Let's start with this amazing gems. Ket 2.0 Laser Chest. This is while this game is still in production, this is one of the older editions of it. After its Mensa Select rewards and stuff like that, as you actually get pieces that you move around the board like a chessboard. Most of them have little mirrors in them, and every turn you move or you rotate one of these mirrors, and then fire off a laser to try to blast your opponent's king. Whoever knocks out their opponent's king with their laser first wins. This is one that we've had a lot of fun with. I used to love just getting random customers to sit down and take a few turns and seeing if they could actually beat me in this thing. I'm glad that we got a used copy of this one in. Most of these games we haven't checked for parts, so that is a thing that we get to. That is a thing that you do get as a risk when you come in and check out these things. But as you can see, some of these pieces are these mirror pieces that you get to shoot the laser off of.
Are you already doing some unboxing?
I already am. It has some extra batteries. This is the first thing where I'm showing them laser chest.
Laser chest.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Real lasers. How do you have eye-safe lasers?
There's enough disperser that you won't blind someone with them.
From ages 9 to 99. Oh, wow. Just look at those figures.
And this thing even, I don't know if you guys can see, the laser's still lighting up in that thing.
Wow. So they're like clear plastic.
Yeah, so that when you hit them with the laser, the battery in this one must be weak, but
have like these little batteries. Oh, not batteries.
Mirrors.
Mirrors. That's the word. Mirrors. This looks really fun.
I used to love beating people in it.
So it's
and
kind of like
the previous owner
checkers?
left batteries in here, so you could replace the batteries pretty quickly.
This is a really good find.
This, it's incredible. So, does need some cleaning. Looks like it's been stored in a basement, but
that's one thing I like about the sidewalk sale is that it is a pay what you want price, which means, anyone can afford these games for the most part. And a lot of times the tabletop games can get pretty expensive.
Yeah, so we've had people pay as little as $1 for a game, and we've had someone pay as much as $50 for a small little card game, just because they wanted to give to charity. Okay, so I just pulled up Laser Chest. Since the way that I'm sure most of you will come by and look at these games is you're going to sit here and say, oh, well, that looks interesting. I know nothing about that because a lot of these are older games and have been out of the zeitgeist for a while. Lena, why don't you choose something that looks neat and try to make me talk about it?
Well, I know this game has all of its parts and is in really good condition.
Oh yeah, this is
basically like in new condition. It's Alan's Adventureland.
Oh yeah, Alan Ernstine, the guy who designed this game, used to come by the mill all the time. Haven't seen him in quite some time, so I don't know what he's up to now. But this is one of his games. It plays. And what you're doing is you are placing tiles on the board in order to try to make sure that you build the better theme park than everyone else. And the construction of the theme park is all based on what's around it.
These are in this game is in really good condition.
It's all these wooden tiles.
So you get a bunch of wooden tiles with really pretty artwork that makes you think that you're in some sort of carnival or fair. Same with the cards.
Oh yeah.
Cards are really nice too.
There was another game that came out about the same time. It was often considered that this game did about the same thing that this game did. It was often considered that this game did it better, but the other one was backed by a larger company. So, I know, you're like, who's bigger than Rio Grande? And the answer is a lot of people are bigger than Rio Grande.
But like the box is really nice. You have a little compartment in here where you can fit the tiles in there. This is just a really nice looking game. It's really
take it home,
pretty.
Or else we might have to play it over the holidays.
And again, these are pay what you want price, so you definitely are not going to get a better deal than that. So this Cyber Tuesday's video,
of course, with the caveat that a portion of anything that you pay will go to John Hopkins Children's Hospital.
Okay, now it's your turn.
My turn. Okay. One that we have been...
And of course, if you see something that you want us to show, leave a comment. We've got all these games back here. There's all these games over there. It's a table full of games.
Murder Mystery Party. This is one of the predecessors to How to Host a Murder Mystery, which is a game that my family has had a lot of fun with over the years. You are not quite in.
Sorry.
I
had to push this forward because this keeps wanting to fall off the table.
Yeah, I'll go fix it in a moment and
No,
leave
you're talking
you.
about.
Okay. This is based on this is a predecessor to the How to Host a Murder Mystery games, where you get a scripted murder mystery that you get to play through in the format of a dinner party. So everyone gets roles, everyone gets information that they need to say and information that they need to hide, and as you work through the mystery inside of the box. And then after each round, they'll fill in a little bit more of see what happened was, and everyone gets a little bit more clues until people can figure out who done it. So that's a Murder Mystery Party.
And it's still in plastic.
It is, although it's marked that it's been repackaged.
So you're pretty good bet that everything is in here. That needs
But we're
to
not
be.
going to pop the shrink just to check.
No.
Okay. What are you going to go for?
I want to see that Indiana Jones. It's got a DVD in there. A lot of these games were donated to us or come from our library. But this one was a donated game. We thank the people who are donating so that we can have these games here for our charity.
In the tradition of the DVD adventure games, which is only slightly more advanced than the VHS adventure games.
jump into the action and create your own adventure. And it looks like it has a bunch of tiles. And they're not even punched out.
Yeah, so this is an unpunched set. If I remember right, the deal with this one is that you actually placed out these tiles in order to make your own temple, and then everyone had to go through it with little bits where you had to refer to the DVD in order for what was going on.
Wow.
They actually got pretty sophisticated with some of these.
So this one has not even been opened. Here's the DVD. It's still in its plastic. You've got your character cards, tokens, and those are also, this is unopened.
We do have a baggie that is
unopened.
We do have a baggie that has been opened.
Yeah, there's one, and it probably had these little tokens.
The Lost Ark.
Oh, Raiders of the
Do
Lost
you want to
Ark.
see us lose our customer base?
Don't open it. You can't open.
Ooh, no, it can't. No melting fans out today.
So if you have a DVD player and
They still come in computers, right? Right,
yeah. This might be a good one to pick up.
I mean, it's not like one of the vintage games with Dragon Strike, where you need to find a working VHS player.
It says it's a good family game for ages 8 and up, 2 to 4 players.
Parker Brothers. Parker Brothers lie to you.
Brothers. So that's Indiana Jones DVD. Pay what you want here at Figure Studios.
Okay. Let's see now. Let's go for the geekier side of life.
Careful.
You know this game? Anyone spent way too much money on this game? And then they just put out a new edition that made you have to rebuy everything? Well, we did get some old Warhammer books, Warhammer Fantasy Battle. There's a couple of editions that are included in this one, but it all ends before Age of Sigmar, so you're still dealing with those old-fashioned block formations, marching across the battlefield, trying to go and punch out the opponents. Still with the fantastic artwork that you can expect from a Games Workshop property, because while there is a lot that you can criticize them for, they still put out some good stuff. We even have old army books that will give you ton of background information on how they, not only how to play these armies, but their culture, their society, their history, because we all want to know what Skaven spellcasters eat for breakfast. We all know the truth. Warp flakes. Or the most arrogant of armies. Probably because I'm high elves, and I always say that the Bretonnians are more arrogant. So, this is another one that another great one that people can come in here and pick up. With so many books, you can just, for a very inexpensive price tag, you can get a lot of this background information, and we know so many people just chew up the Warhammer world like it's candy. Okay, you got another one?
Yeah.
You know anything about Farkle?
No.
You want me to tell something about Farkle?
Let's have a Farkle party. So this game is unopened, and it comes in a really nice tin. It says a great family fun, easy to play. You get 6 dice cups, 36 matching dice, a 50-sheet score pad, 2 to 6 players, ages 8 and up. It's an official Farkle.
Yeah.
And it comes in the tin, unopened. So I think that's a really good deal.
Farkle has always been that game that you want to play a dice game, you don't want to play Monopoly, you can play Farkle. So this is one that a lot of families grew up playing. I think it came out during the 60s. And it competing head to head with Yahtzee. And for all those people saying, well, actually, the background of Farkle is really this. That's fine. I'm pulling this from memory. My memory makes mistakes. But yeah, no, this is something that you can play with. You can play with your 5-year-old daughter alongside your 95-year-old grandmother. And I know that they said that an age recommendation was different than 5, but still.
That one, and also the Sling Ball, which has not been opened either. I think it's one of those good family or kids games.
This is if your family is more energetic than a board game usually allows, or maybe has some canines that you want to play with. As you get this nice ball that they can just sink their teeth into just fine. But yeah, it's a net with a hook on it. So you can actually launch the ball off the net, as the picture shows. We've played with a set of this and have had a lot of outdoor fun with it. Or indoor fun if you dare risk your crockery.
What do you know about this, level 7?
Well, I know that's the expansion. This is the original from Privateer Press. Remember how everyone was talking about assaulting Area 51? Well, level 7 is escaping level 7 of Area 51 while dealing with escaped aliens in the base. This is from Privateer Press, the same people who brought you War Machine, the famous miniature game. And I know that it works with modular resortable boards, so no 2 games are going to be alike.
So this one is the expansion for 1 to 4 players. It says that it's semi-cooperative. How do you have a semi-cooperative game?
Hidden trader mechanic. So one person might be a alien trying to get everyone else.
So this is a survival horror game.
Because we all need a little horror in our life, because life is too easy right now.
Right. If you want to pick up this game for whatever price you would like, it's probably best to pick them both up at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, we totally we got
have a set. Yeah.
We also got an expansion. Where is that City of Thieves that I just saw over there?
Ghost stories. Hey, that might be the one to talk about. Guilty parties, firing.
Here it is. So, this is another one of those expansions. We had the expansion and the base set. Someone picked up the base set, but not the expansion. But hey, we still got the expansion, which comes with a nice selection of unopened models. So maybe even if you don't want to play the game, you still want the model and the grid map inside of it. That's all I wanted to say about the City of Thieves.
What about this one?
Ghost Stories! I won this game once. This is a cooperative game, came out about the same time as Pandemic. And it is famous for being tough. The rule set itself is relatively simple, as you're playing a bunch of ghost hunters. Trying to hunt down and eliminate ghosts in a series of temples. As you are being assaulted by a ton of yokai.
Wow, this one's not even punched out either. Look at that.
Yeah.
Like this particular one's not punched.
As the yokai come down through the temple, they can eliminate parts of your system until until everyone gets all beaten up.
So I'm guessing each player gets their own board like this that comes.
And then there's an assortment of temples in the middle of the board where the ghosts come from.
So you've got all these really cool temples.
Those are the ghosts.
Like Buddha. These are ghosts?
Those are the playing pieces. These are the temples.
Oh, okay. And then
and each temple has a special ability, so if it gets overrun by
cards is not open,
if it gets overrun by ghosts, then you no longer get the abilities of that temple to help you out. So like I said, this is known to being a really difficult, easy to learn how to play, really difficult to win cooperative game.
So if you're looking for another cooperative game,
yeah,
doesn't seem like there's that many. 1 to 4 takes about 60 minutes, they said.
It's an early cooperative game designed by someone else than the guy who did Pandemic.
Yep. Again, this is our Extra Life Sidewalk Sale, one of the games that we have available here. And you can pick it up for any price that you want. And proceeds will go to charity. We'll have this table and all these games out until December the 31st, where it will be going to charity. Or a portion will be going to charity.
Hand me that How to Host a Murder Mystery.
There were a couple of murder mysteries.
Yeah, there are.
That are unopened.
This is one of the modules for How to Host a Murder Mystery. So like I said with the Murder Mystery Party, this is actually the version that my family used to play every Christmas Eve. It actually comes with all the invitations for you to have your own murder mystery party.
This one is How to Host a Murder Mystery, and it's also unopened. We should just make a
This is probably one of the earliest modules.
How to Host
but
a Murder Mystery.
This one even comes with a cassette tape.
Look.
As they even have audio-visual aids to help you go through the murder mystery. This
I'm just gonna put all three together and have a murder mystery.
This one also has a cassette to it.
A cassette?
Cassette. Yeah,
wow.
Right there, cassette.
Hopefully
the ones we got had a
cassette
CD. But again, everything you need to go and send out invitations and you can hand out roles to different people. What I've been recommending to people who look at these is to go and take the invitations and just send a packet with everything that character needs so that you can run it as a Zoom event. Because this is something that, since it's mainly discussions, this is something that you could quite easily run over Zoom. While every now and then you play the audio-visual parts. The hardest part is going to be finding a working cassette table. A working cassette
Hand me
deck.
Hand me those. I'm going to stick them in their own little cubby over here.
This is an old find. So we all are familiar with Dungeons and Dragons. Well, around the same time D&D came out, this Yagarth system came out. So you get a lot of that mid-70s vibe and printing techniques with how you do how you get a chance to play this one through your staple bound pamphlets. There's a whole series here going through 5 different volumes and an introductory scenario. Looks like they ran through the original through a typewriter. Even design notes by David Nails. It was printed in Washington, D.C. I mean, people forget in the mid-'70s, this used to be a hotbed. This area used to be a hotbed for game design. I'm trying to see an actual print date on this, though. But this does get you into that classic war game driven role-playing games. And I am absolutely not finding 1982. Hey, Lena.
Don't tell my age.
This is 1 year younger than I am.
Okay.
So, a real old gem here. And alongside it, The Abyss, which is another one of those old role-playing games that I really couldn't tell you that much about because it is really old. This one put it out of Austin, Texas, in 1979. As this one's more of a less fanciful, more medieval role-playing game, dealing with more with I could talk out my ass about it, or I could just see if it actually says something about what it is. But I figured that I'd come up with some of these old games. Abyss is a bi-monthly, is published bi-monthly by Ragnarok Games. Subscriptions are $7. Hey, you get to, so this is actually like one of those old gaming magazines. Oh, I see. It's very faint, but this is Abyss 28. So yeah, I wanted to make sure to point out some of those old classics that we have here.
We have this one. It's still in its wrap.
Oh yeah.
So it's the Infinite board game.
The board game that doesn't stop.
I thought that was interesting. Whenever we get things like Farkle Party or Infinite board game, with
this is one that's designed to be what it is, what a deck of cards are for cards. This is supposed to be that for board games. So you got a whole bunch of pieces here that you can recombine into game after game after game after game. I might have to pitch in for this. Stop me, get it before I get it, so that I don't add it to my pile of stuff for game design stuff. Actually, I think that book, Rules of Play, actually talked about this one. Designed to be for board games what a deck of cards is for card games. This piece pack is a versatile, probably complete gaming system that can be used by to play hundreds and hundreds of board games. The enclosed, custom-made piece pack set of 56 pieces, originally created by James Kyle, includes colorful, handsome designed dice, pawns, tiles, and coins. So, all you prospective board game designers out there, this might be a great way in order to go and just, get some prototyping stuff. Are you just making a pile for me to go through? Okay.
I think it's easier.
I think she's just going on one side and keep on piling through. Just leaning over, seeing if anyone is actually asking something, or if they're just enjoying seeing me rattle on about one old thing after another. Like Code, for all those old fans of Robo Rally, this is a simplified version of that to go and get your young munchkins prepared for the combat race fuel driven Robo Rally. As you play a set of 6 cards trying to navigate your robot through an obstacle course. This is oh, it is Think Fun. I was going to say, this is like a lot of those Think Fun puzzles, but it is a Think Fun puzzle game. To try to get kids to start thinking like programmers and not just the logic of, surely people would figure out that you put the 2 halves of a grilled cheese sandwich together. That's an old programming analogy that they used to say when I was a kid. Of like, okay, explain how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And someone would quite literally just run through the instructions the kid gives, and everyone would laugh at the kids as the person totally messes up making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But this just lets you think out. It's like, oh, I got to tell it to go forward, then turn right. I can't just say go forward and right. Or it would be like right, forward, forward, right, forward, right. And so that's how this one works with a card-based system.
That long about each one. You got Up the River.
The Regatta racing game. This is one of those German kids classics. Do you want to say something?
I want to see what's inside.
You want to see what's inside? She's like, don't just talk about it, show about it.
Well, this one has really pretty little...
Well, of course, it's a modular boat racing game. Look at the little wooden boats. It's a little wooden boat.
Like, the artwork on here is really cute.
And this, I mean, it's amazing how old this game actually is.
And this, yeah, this is the cardboard pieces here. But they're in really, really good condition.
Well, it's Ravensburger. Ravensburger stuff lasts. And this isn't even like recent Ravensburgers. This is like back in the 90s Ravensburger.
Well, looks like a really good game. Up the River. Race to the harbor. 2 to 4 players. Ages 6 to adult. I think that one is a good one.
We have an automatic card shuffler because people like deck building games, and deck building games ask for people to shuffle a lot of cards. Shut up. My hands get cramped.
I wanted to know about this one.
Fuse. This is one from our game library, which is one of those hyper fast micro games that I have little idea about. With Fuse, the hole has been breached. Intruders have been made their way to the ship. Their goal, total destruction as you're playing a bunch of people on a spaceship being boarded by enemy boarders, and you got to figure out how to survive. As looking at the back. Just look at these numbered dice with the digital layouts. You too can use these to make your own calculator name words. I'm just checking because the phone just told me that it's low on batteries.
You're still live though.
Yep, we're still going, and we'll probably go until the phone dies or we decided that it's been an hour. Honestly, we could probably
Probably have been about an hour.
No, it's 3:44. Man, I feel like I've been talking for an hour. Now she's throwing Quelf at my feet. For those who think Cranium is too serious of a game, we have Quelf. Which is one of... It actually really is a Cranium, not a game that was trying to make a less serious version of Cranium. Cranium, the famous game made for corporate training that now is good for families of all ages. Quelf is similar. You get a wonderful Quelf board, and then you get your several categories of cards, from acting to drawing to stunts that you can do. And of course, there is the age-old timer and pawns. And actually, we've had a lot of over the years, we've had quite a few families pick this up and just have a ball with it. It really shines well for all the expectations that it gives. As a wonderful party game. I mean, the feel of it is really summed up with where you obey the cards, so you have to do what the cards say. Guildhall. I remember hearing about this as I was riding through the buses around Yamanashi. But this was actually a part of a series of board games where you are trying to build out your own guild hall. But AEG came out with a whole series that all were based around the same universe, trying to get it back into this medieval Europe vibe. And each one of the games helped you build up a different piece of the town. And this one is your guild, because it's a guild and a party box. But this one was actually, a couple years ago, this was actually a very well regarded game. I was excited to see it come in, and I'm kind of disappointed I haven't had a chance to try it yet. Talking about medieval fantasy, Lancelot, because Arthurian legends are some people's jams. This one is a harder game from WizKids, more complicated than a game from WizKids, where you get to go through some of the classic adventures of Arthurian legends. Think of it as Shadows over Camelot ++. If you don't know what that is, well, no, we haven't got yeah, we got a copy of Shadows over Camelot over in our vintage section over there. It's $70. But this one is paying whatever you want. This is one that a customer has picked up recently and was like, this actually is interesting. And then his wife was like, nah, you got too many board games to work with. But Planes, where you get all of the excitement of running through airports trying to catch your plane. Welcome, Robert. All the fun of running through the airport trying to catch your flight. With Planes, you have to clear security checkpoint, check your luggage in for shipping, and get to your plane all before departure, just like we used to be able to do. Are you going to try to hit me with another one? You've been hitting a lot of modern stuff.
I have?
You really have.
Well, this looks weird. And heavy. And old.
Here, I'm going to go and pick something up.
Okay, yeah, I was like...
I've been so busy explaining stuff that I haven't been able to
and I've been
go and pick up all my stuff. Oh, you've been worried?
We've got, because I want when you guys to come here, that this place looks, this section looks a lot more organized. We've got some unopened play mats. This one's Dice Master. They're both Dice Masters, but they're
Shoot,
unopened.
man. We got some copy of Avalon Hill's General, which is their old strategy and tactics game booklet. We have some Pathfinder First Edition modules.
You know, I could move the cam if they all of these books.
Heck, we got some GURPS modules. We have some of the Hackmaster stuff. This one, if you want to know where the whole idea that the players and the GMs are, the players of the GM are against each other, that came from Hackmaster, where really there's a rules constraining the GM, there's rules constraining the players as the two sides try to face off against each other while still telling an interesting story. Nothing's better than when the GM can take the players' maps and rip them up. From more recent times, we have the Star Trek Catan Federated Space expansion, which I think you can still get new today, but now you can get a used one. I'm kind of wondering why it's not fitting in its box entirely. Oh, because there's a slosh of pieces in here. Oh! It has some Armada pieces in here.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to come and make sure you open the
I'm going to take out these Armada pieces.
Wow, these come with wooden pieces. Look at this Chicka Pig.
Yeah, Chicka Pig's one that 2 years ago we had a group of people coming in who was just nuts about this Chicka Pig game. Which we were never able to find distribution for. But
2 to 4 players, ages 8 now, 30 to 60 minutes. And
I understand it plays something like Battle Sheep with a little bit more puzzliness to it.
like, it's so pretty. It's got little wooden pieces here that are really nice. This is a really nice. Well, the game is looks like it's in really good condition. So if you're looking for a kids game for the holidays, got Chicka Pig. And we even have this one. This Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Cheese touch board game.
Meanwhile, I'm going to go on the other end and say we got Dungeon Dragons 2nd Edition game accessories and modules in this pile. We have 3rd Edition Master Class, Power Class modules, which also known as buy the thing that gives you a class to hit your GM with that is way too powerful for any reasonable game. It's better for the laid flat so they don't see how Chicka Pig's cracking open. We have 3-dimensional paper models, all for the price that you want. All you have to do is come by our Savage store. Since it is getting to about an hour's of stream, let's do a quick reminder. Oh, my father used to love this bumper cars game where you get a chance to bumper with each other. So, once again, everything on these tables, as messy or organized, depending on how much time Lena actually takes on it.
I'm gonna take a little time on it.
Everything on these tables are yours for whatever price you want. Keep in mind, some of it goes to the Children's Hospital. So the more you pay, the more it goes to the hospital. Yeah, we have the old love letter. You can get, if you go to our website, you can get 20% off any purchase of $50 or more with the discount code CYBER20.
That's CYBER20.
Just in case you don't want to see our lovely masked faces. We want to see your lovely masked faces. I want to see what your holiday themed face masks look like. Man, I'm telling you, we had ugly sweaters. Now we need ugly face masks.
Yeah, that definitely should be a thing. The ugly face mask contest. Oh, I forgot the announcement about Santa coming to the mill.
I got you.
Oh, you got them all?
And I'm about ready to remind them.
Okay.
Santa's coming to the mill on the 4th, 9th, and... Don't let me down. The 5th, 12th, and 19th from 12 to 4, so you guys can come and meet Santa then.
And also check on the Savage Mill website for any updates on that.
We're lighting up a bridge with Christmas lights on December the 5th.
The annual Bowman Bridge lighting
But
ceremony.
this time they're going to keep the streets open so people get to dodge cars while watching the lights go on. Yeah, that's what they said. It's to avoid big crowds. They're going to keep the street open.
That's kind of dangerous.
And Savage Mill Bingo all month long, and the winner's going to be announced on the 23rd.
It's not quite all month, but till about mid-month. December 23rd for your chance to win a Kate Spade bag. You want to get bingo.
The winner will be announced on the 23rd.
Oh, but when does the contest end?
They don't say. They just say the winner's announced on the 23rd. So my
I'm
guess is,
guessing the 23rd.
to be safe,
Yeah.
make sure your entry's in on the 25th. On the 22nd.
Yeah, 22nd. So you can play bingo. Grab a bingo card at the entrances of the historic Savage Mill. When you finish making bingo, you just drop this into the ballot box where you pick up the card.
Tomorrow, what list are we going to try to go off of? Are we going to try to do?
That's a good question. We're going to do another live stream on Wednesday.
Tomorrow.
And of course, Thursday and Friday.
Yes.
So,
and now we have 4 lists to put into 3 days. So we'll see how well that works out.
maybe the RPG?
Okay, so tomorrow, like it or not, we're going to be doing mini and miniature and role-playing game accessories and tools for you to come in and watch, for you to come in and see. And we might have another discount for that one, another sale, if you will, if you come in and see. But to find out, you're gonna have to just come and see.
Tune in.
Tune in
At 3.
In to tell.
3
3
Eastern Standard Time. Same bad time, same bad channel here at 3 Year Studios Facebook page. So
Okay.
I guess that's it. Make
So-
sure you are, shopping and supporting your local small businesses so they can keep on chugging away.
So that's all from us for now. Bye.